playing the new characters this season. Maybe you could introduce your character and how they fit into the world.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm Russ's assistant, Miranda, and we both work at the same place.
Yeah, and I'm the boss. I play Gil. I'm Russ's boss, and I guess Miranda's boss too. Yeah.
We work at like some design.
A design company.
Yeah. For like a surfwear.
Surfwear and surfboards.
So are you guys like there to support Russ, or are you guys there to like make his life a little crazy?
Oh, I'm there to support Russ, obviously. I'm his assistant, so I try and make his life easy.
And I unknowingly make his life very hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not all there. I'm missing a few marbles, I'd say. Not missing a few marbles, I just don't understand the emotional aspect of the workplace. So I'm all business.
Has that been challenging to play?
It's funny. I grew up knowing a few people who were on the spectrum, and me myself, I think I am a little bit on the spectrum sometimes. Once I kind of locked into it, it was a little bit easier, but it took some finagling. Finagling. You know that classic word, finagling, from the 1700s.
So this is your 6th or 7th episode that you shot, or how's it?
Fifth?
I don't know.
Fifth?
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you kind of get into your character? Like, how did you understand her as written?
I'm honestly very similar to Miranda, I'd say. So it's relatively easy, and Nat is super easy to get along with. So I think that kind of helps in the whole dynamic of things. Mm-hmm. And he's just a weirdo.
I'm just a weirdo.
So I think that's
really,
pretty easy too.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Just slip into.
Yeah, all I have to do is just like kind of harness my other weirdness, and then it's very simple.
Yeah.
Very different from Brooke.
Oh yeah, very different. I mean, like Brooke is pretty much universally disliked, and I think Miranda is at least received by other people.
Miranda's a very sweet character.
Thank you. I think Brooke is too, but she's just misunderstood.
How much does your relationship with Russ kind of bleed into his personal life?
For me, a lot. I don't understand the basic concept of having a female friend who isn't more than just a friend, and so every interaction I have with Russ is trying to not only like figure out the workplace, but also figure out like his home space and his place with Miranda. So I feel like I invade, and especially in the first few episodes. Sorry, I have a guy folding plastic back there. I don't understand why he needs a vacation with his kids, and so he kind of has to convince me of those like emotional aspects as to like why he can't work all the time, why he has to go home at night. So I affect it a lot.
You're like, why can't I go with you?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, if you do that, then I must also be able to do that.
No.
So can you talk a little bit about what you guys were doing today? Because, some of us might try to work it into the story. So can you talk a little bit about what your characters are doing, kind of set it up for us for what's happening?
Sure. Without giving away too much, I have employed Russ to fire someone, and it's someone he does not want to fire. So when I come back and that person hasn't been fired, I am very confused.
And I kind of alert him to some kind of like shenanigans that this character is getting into. Some work inappropriate shenanigans.
Can you just talk about becoming part of this cast? I mean, what's it been like to work with like Nat Faxon and John Hodgman and
Awesome.
Terrible. Just, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, off the record. I've been a fan of Nat's for a long time. His writing career certainly, and I get it. Being able to come on the set, like Judy Greer, Brett Gelman, Jenny Slate, all of these people are people that I look up to, and have certainly seen myself in the same rooms, but never been able to say hello. So it's that kind of thing where it's like, oh, now I have an excuse to at least say hello. So it's been awesome. It's really good.
Yeah, and I don't know, I have nothing but great things to say about every person that I work with here. Except for this guy, I hate him. He sucks. Don't
She's
tell
the
anyone.
worst.
Yeah, I don't know. They're awesome. Everyone's like really cool and sweet.
And the creator, Andrew Gerland, is also someone who I was lucky enough to kind of start my career with. And to kind of come back, and we've both grown. It's really amazing. When I first met him was the first thing I had ever done. So it's like, he's always been a mentor to me, and to come into something that is so good. I watched the first season, and to come into it as a fan is like also a really, really special. Very cool.
Has comedy been your kind of ultimate goal? Is that where you want to stay?
Yeah, I wanna see what other fruits there are in the world, but I can't, like, if there's a crowd of people, I want to fall. I just want to make people laugh. Ultimately, I think.
Is that for me as well?
Yes.
Well, I really, like, I always, I started out in comedy, so I think that, like, it's always been a love of mine to just be silly and have fun and stuff like that. But also, like, I don't know, I think, especially with Orange, like, things have kind of gone on the dramatic side and, stuff like that, and I've really been enjoying that. So I think I always just, like, want to keep a variety of things, like, available. Just, like, always doing the thing, doing the acting thing.
Snuff films.
Yeah.
How has doing this show, Married, changed or reinforced your own feelings about relationships, about marriage?
I will say that this is the most, I think, realistic version of two people in a marriage who have 3 kids and are in the place where it's like the weight of their relationship is not as heavy as the weight of where they are in life, And you don't see that very often. A lot of the times you see a couple who comes home, they're like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be with you at the end of the night," and so much of the show is like, "We'll just talk about it tomorrow." and that's how real relationships are when you're in the thick of it. So to me it's like the most revealing example of a marriage on TV, and it kind of makes me a little bit nervous but also excited. It's like, oh, I don't have to expect a fairy tale. I can kind of expect a real world version.
Yeah, same. I mean, like, I obviously have no idea what a marriage is like, but I would say that it's a little frightening, but I think also, like, pretty much realistic. So I guess definitely exactly what you said.
Nailed it.
He had a great answer, and I'm just, like, piggybacking.
That's fine.
Well, Andrew had mentioned that for the writers, he wants them to like talk about their personal lives. They have to feel like they can open up and share, and so they can incorporate that in the show or draw from that if necessary. Does he require the same of the actors on the show? So you were brought on board, and he might start picking your brains about what you do in your personal lives.
Luckily, no.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that to me anyway.
On a personal level, yes, but not on a professional level. Luckily, the character I'm playing is someone who we can kind of both talk about, because I think everybody's known someone who's just not emotionally there as much as they are in terms of, like, being able to do tasks and see projects. So it's less like because of what we're doing, we're the assistant and the boss. It's less the relationship and less the emotional and more of the, like, I guess with you it's more.
Yeah,
it's
we have, like, a
definitely-
nice little, like,
Yeah.
friendship there, but
I guess he kind of did, because you guys explore, like, the idea of having a friend who's just a friend regardless of sex. And,
yeah.
I mean, sex of the person
Yeah.
and sex in general.
So as his boss and as his assistant, how is Russ doing at his job?
This episode, terrible. This episode, he's done a terrible job.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is he a good boss?
Yeah, I'd say he's a good boss. He's sweet. He's like nice to me, and he treats me well, and, like, doesn't do anything.
I mean, he hands you off in one episode, doesn't he? At the bar?
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean, like, that was, but then it ended up being,
evaluation is
but then it ended up being kind of like
Yeah.
a fun story for me.
Very good,
Like, I
yeah.
went with it. you know. So I guess in that way, he wasn't a very good boss or a friend, really.
But he taught you a life lesson.
Yeah.
Never trust him.
Yeah, that is true. So, yeah, he's mediocre.
Mediocre.
Más o menos. He's
Yeah.
like, all right.
I will also agree, mediocre. We're talking
Neither
about
here
Nat,
nor there.
right?
Yeah. As a person, right?
Nat as a person is mediocre. He's like warm milk.
Are you guys in the entire season?
No, I think we're spread
came
out
in at the
for
same
some
time.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember when that was.
Yeah. I think you see us throughout the entire
Yeah.
season, but we're not in every episode. Smart on them. You don't want me around set that much.
You've been able to work on this separate from Orange. I mean, the schedules, you haven't had to like fly back and forth or anything like that, right?
I mean, I've had to fly back and forth for other projects, but for Orange, no, we wrapped many months ago, and like, I think we're gonna start shooting in like a month. So it might overlap a little bit, but
Doesn't it come out in a month?
yeah.
June 12th.
Yeah. We
sort of
usually
similar.
like start around when it premieres. So yeah, thankfully it hasn't been like too crazy with a bunch of different projects, but yeah, with Orange it hasn't come.
We're kind of in the era of the bearded buddy. Does
Oh,
that give you
yeah.
a sense of job security?
I actually this thing's gone away very soon.
Why?
Are you happy about that?
Yes, I am. It's so funny. It's like that bearded buddy thing was such a like kind of when it was told to me, I was like, all right, cool. I don't care. I can grow a beard, so I guess I'm on the up in that case. But I look like 40 with a beard, and then I shave my beard and I look 16. I just want to look 26 for like a day.
Maybe you need a goatee then, just
Yeah.
to get the
Or
right
just a
age.
mustache.
Yeah. Oh, just a mustache.
But you have to like curl the ends.
Oh, put it up like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. That looks good. Just do that. Shave the rest off.
I want to look
But keep
26,
that.
not like from 1926. All aboard!
Actually, those look pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm
It's
gonna
good
try
look.
and film the next scene.
Yeah,
with
just walk in with
this.
it and see if anyone
Just be like,
notices.
anybody? Could we get? Does anyone?
I wonder if anyone
Let me
would
think
know.
about this. I actually should. I think when I shave it, I'll keep one day of like a dastardly Dan.
Why are you
Yeah.
shaving it?
What?
Why are you shaving it?
It's reasons unknown.
Oh, okay. Just personal.
I'm going back to my home planet, and they don't allow beards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very conservative planet. No, I just want to show it.
Okay.
Time for change. Time for change.
Well, work environments have been described sometimes like where an assistant works for bosses, being like the work wife. What would make then your character be in that situation?
I guess I kind of am the work mistress. Because I'm keeping him from his family all the time, and I'm always wanting his attention over his family. So I guess I am the mistress, aren't I? Yeah, and I pay him, so it's like a really weird mistress. I guess he's a prostitute.
Oh, wow.
I mean, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
guess
no, I see where you're
I
at.
pay him, so maybe he's a prostitute.
Yeah.
So I'd say mistress. I'm gonna stay with mistress, with a tinge of prostitute. What about you?
Oh, for me? Well, I'm the work wife, right? Or I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
the work.
I think I am
aunt.
the work. I'd say I'm the work mistress or the work John, because I'm always making him do work.
So does the work mistress and work wife then have like, fighting time over who gets the time with him at the office?
I think the work mistress wants to have something with the
Yeah.
work wife in the show, right?
Yeah.
In that one episode.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. You have like a
You don't have to
weird
defend.
kind of
I mean, I don't care.
reaction to it.
Yeah, that's true.
You send me off.
Yeah.
You don't really want me, you want the idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm still. It's like a work mistress who has no emotional capacity. So, so like a really good mistress.
Well, as an assistant, you have to be like really organized and so forth. So do you find yourself similar in that way, in that you're just really super,
Organized?
efficient and organized?
God, no. I don't think so at all. I mean, maybe at one point in my life, I wish I was a bit more organized. That would make my life a lot easier, I think. So I think I would actually be a terrible assistant. It depends. It depends on who I was assisting and what it was for. I might be cool, but chances are I'd lose a lot of things. And like, yeah, I'm very disorganized.
Me too. I've gotten fired from so many jobs, like when I was younger, for just misplacing someone. I'm gonna tell a story. When I worked at a sub shop, the manager
Subway?
wanted us. No, it wasn't Subway. It was Blimpie subs in Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. He wanted us to stack the meats and cheeses, like pre-stack them before we put them on the sandwich. So we had you just during the lunch rush, you just slap the meats and cheese on the thing and then grill it. And I always thought that was so disgusting, so I refused to do it. And then found out that it was an efficiency thing, and I still refuse to do it. But it's only because it made the cheese taste weird.
But also,
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't understand efficiency. What were you going to say?
I don't know. I would think that there are several different meats and several different types of cheese. So how could you
Right.
possibly predict?
Oh, because
Like
they
what
were they were
combination?
sandwiches that you would order. Have you ever been to
So you
Jimmy John's?
can't build your own?
I mean, this place was terrible. It's gone. The owner was an ex-convict. The whole thing sucked.
Okay.
He tried to pay me my last day in pennies.
No.
Yeah, because he was very vindictive.
Not even quarters?
Not even quarters.
That's so
And you know what I
terrible.
did? I tried to pay for a sandwich in pennies. and then he was just like, I'm not going to count all this out. And I was like, well, this is how much you gave me, so could I get 14 sandwiches? And then he just gave me bills and told me to get the hell out of here.
Well, you and Judy are both from Michigan.
Yeah,
right? Have you guys had a chance to?
We had a little powwow about it. It's funny. It's like the first thing you do if you're from Michigan is like, where from? I'm from here. I'm from here. You know, everybody points at their hand, and then you talk about the UP and how weird everyone is there, and then you talk about Grand Rapids and how nice of a city that is, and then Detroit, and it's coming back. Everybody has the same conversation where it's like, yeah, young people are moving there, and it's like, yes, because young people are poor as shit. Detroit's cheap. That's why young people are moving there. But yeah, it was cool. Judy was one of the people not necessarily growing up, but I guess growing up in my late teens that I started seeing people on TV all the time, and I was like, oh, that person's from Michigan, that person's from Michigan. And so I'm trying to think of the other woman. She was on 24, Mary Lynn Rishka. She's also from Michigan. So it's like in the community or in the comedy world, I have a pretty nice community of people from Michigan. It's really, really cool. Where are you from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, that's
Funny Phoenix.
so many people
funny
from
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
You know.
Is that what they call it? Yeah, Phoenicians.
Phoenicians, really?
Arizonians.
Phoenicians is cool. You
Yeah.
sound very European.
Yeah, it sounds like
Phoenician?
so chic. So
Yeah,
elegant.
so Phoenician to me is ooh, Egyptian.
I just think of a spa,
A spa?
Well, maybe because there is a spa in Arizona called the Phoenician. So that's
Phoenician, now that I'm saying it out loud, sounds like a Las Vegas
resort.
shit resort. Like a casino that got blown up 40 years ago. Oh, the Phoenician, yeah, I remember that. That's where all the mobs used to go and kill people.